Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. Alright. This lesson is I'm gonna touch on the Day of Atonement, and also it's gonna be about 2/3 being like Cypher from the Matrix, and first off, it's gonna be a reminder that just a reminder. It's probably too late though for my followers if you're not, for my subscribers, if you're not subbed to these other channels. You know, you didn't get the memo that it was the Day of Atonement, but yeah, it's the Day of Atonement today. And the Day of Atonement, hold on. Hold on. Let me look up the scriptures for it. Leviticus 23 and 29. For whatsoever soul Leviticus 23 and 27. Also on the 10th day of the 7th month there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you. And you shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh, which we do the latter because, you know, Yahweh Shai, he is that sacrifice. Slack you. Verse 28, and you shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before Yahweh your power. Meaning, if you can help it, don't work. Because we're in captivity. We're rehearsing the righteous acts is what we're doing. Verse 29, for whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. So, you know, this is serious, and to prove afflicting your souls goes into fasting. Let me do this. Isaiah 58 and 3. Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast you find pleasure, and exact all your labors. So afflict your soul is equivalent to fasting. And we are rehearsing the righteous acts. Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall, which is over here in Babylon, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. So we're rehearsing the righteous acts because we can't keep them we can't keep them all the way. A lot of you brothers have jobs and they require you to work on that day, even though it's unlawful. You know, we're in captivity. But let me go into that subject of and it's till Friday evening. It's started yesterday evening. Really, that's when the day begins. But it started sundown yesterday, and it's gonna end sundown today. But let me get hold on. Let me get that video. Yeah, con. Let me get that video. Cypher making a deal with Agent Smith in this restaurant.
Do we have a deal?
Scriptures.
Mr. Reagan.
This is you 2/3. Watch.
You know, I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. After 9 years, you know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
Slakia, let me play that back.
Ignorance is bliss.
Slakia.
You know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
Then we have a deal.
I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing. You understand? I don't want to be rich. You know, someone important. Like an actor.
Whatever you want, Mr. Reagan.
I'm gonna pause it right there because that reminds me of a certain scripture in Ecclesiasticus chapter 13. A scripture that you 2/3 do, that describes how he gets you 2/3, how Esau, aka Agent Smith, gets you 2/3 to sell out. Ecclesiasticus 13, verse 6. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? Ain't that what he was saying? Ain't that what he was saying? Whatever you want. Verse 7, and he will shame thee by his meats, until he had drawn thee dry twice or thrice. And that shamed thee by his meats. What was he eating? A steak. And until he had drawn thee dry twice or thrice. Well, 441 when I said that. Kala Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Kakadash. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Verse 8, beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. In 441, that's just flip it backwards. That's 144. But basically, Esau gets you 2/3 to sell out like that. And you 2/3, you know, taking, especially you celebrities, taking by the lust of the flesh, you know, y'all that's how he gets y'all to sell out. Let me look that up. Lust of the flesh. Slack, I misspelled it. Wait, that's talking about something else. But basically, get my point. That's how Esau is able to get you to sell out. And let me get, but it's not worth it. Let me get Matthew chapter, I don't know where, I know it's in Matthew. I don't know where it's at exactly. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Matthew 16 and 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So selling out is not worth it, but you 2/3 got that sellout mentality. You know, Slovakia. One Timothy 5 and 15. For some are already turned aside after Satan. You know. So some of y'all already have that mindset to where y'all, y'all would sell out, if you got the chance. And y'all gonna make the ultimate sellout move, which is the chip. Y'all gonna take it. Y'all gonna take the charagma, you know. Y'all gonna fail that test, the hour of temptation, and take the MOTB. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Verse 11. Behold, I come quickly, hold out fast, which thou hast, and no man take thy crown. Verse 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, Yahweh, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, Yahweh, in the name of the city of my power, Yahweh, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, Yahweh, and I will write upon him my new name, which is a new rank, like the brother Shapar is channel New Jerusalem 144 DA mentioned, like what he mentioned. But yeah, there's a great reward for enduring. But 2/3 of y'all are not going to endure. Instead, y'all are going to take the MOTB and, suffer punishment starting with Revelation 6 and 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. And let me get Revelation 14, starting at 9, the ultimate punishment. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Power Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy lambs and holy angels, Lakia, and in the presence of the Lamb. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, aeons and aeons. When you look into the Greek, it's aeon, aeon. Fuck. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushai. With that, but you 2/3, y'all. So you 2/3, you're gonna receive this punishment for making the ultimate sellout move, taking that grain of rice into your hand, and that hour of temptation is coming soon. The technology is already out there. They're just looking for a reason to implement it. Well, they're gonna create a reason to implement it, to mandate the MOTB. One way they're gonna do it is they gonna. Well, you can see that they're about to do it. Everything's going digital, cashless. They're easing it in, man. And ultimately, when they introduce that new currency, it's gonna eventually be in that grain of rice. It's gonna eventually be in that grain of rice. And you're gonna have to get it implanted into your hand or in your forehead. That nerve link in your forehead. And all we need is a perfect storm to hit, and it's gonna cause the people they want the people to beg for the New World Order, and it's gonna cause them to beg for the New World Order, this time of Jacob's trouble that's coming. Revelation 13, verse 16. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of his beast and the number of his, or the number of his name, which that mark is the MOTB SRFID chip. It's the RFID chip that Caragna I've gone into many times, as I've gone into many times. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, or in the Greek, chi stigma. But with that, I hope this video was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. Shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Alright. And Ababa Ball, that's Babylon, Abadla Adawamium, that's to the Edomites, Abadla Gawayim, that's to these other nations, Abadla Ayabim Nabo, that's to our enemies, the rest of our enemies being 2/3 of you so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled birds / Israelite foreigners here in the States, as well as you wicked Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth. Shalom, stay strong, Abba Ball, and Yasharallah forever. Shalom.